We are down here in Southwest Texas. This is actually my first deer hunt ever down here, and actually my first really chance at an archery buck that I've ever had. I've never killed any big game animals with a bow yet.
Well, it's the morning of Brandon's hunt, and we can feel the excitement in the air. Let's check in and see what the game plan is for today.
Well, I did catch word that we're going to a pretty infamous place called the Killing Tree. So obviously it's got a history. I'm excited about it. This is my first time hunting down in Texas, and I'm looking forward to it. You never know what's going to walk out here, but we're in a really cool place. I love coming down here. Last time I was here was for the Turkey Bass Smash, and I'm just looking forward to getting out there. It's been a while since I got to sit in a stand.
Anytime you're planning to head out to the stand, you always want to run through a mental checklist before you leave. Backpack? Check. Binos? Check. Bow? Check. Where's the bow?
I was so excited that I had everything in my room, packed away, brought it out in the morning, hung my bow up on the post, and lo and behold, just drove off and left it there. Had everything else, had my release, had my binos, backpack, everything. No bow.
Hey! Something tells me you might need this.
It helps. I just didn't want to crowd the other guys in the back seat. Don't worry about me.
Well, now that Brandon has his bow in tow, it's time to really hit the field.
Let him walk on over here. Oh, he's running in now. So, if you are at all familiar with this show, we're obviously not in the Killing Tree because we're not in a tree. You may ask yourself why we're not in the Killing Tree. It's because somebody forgot their bow this morning. Rookie mistake on my part. Got too excited, left my bow hanging on the post, and drove off. Didn't realize it till we were almost to the other stand. And it was going to be too late. We didn't want to mess up that stand because there's a couple deer in there we want to go after. So we ended up going to a closer one. We did see quite a few deer this morning. Saw quite a few bucks. One that was like potential shooter buck that we just never got a chance at, but I enjoyed it. We'll see what this afternoon brings though.
Down here, one of the big things is being able to move and locate to areas where these deer are active. This week we've been using the Yamaha R-Max LE. We're in the 4-seater. The thing is that it eliminates a lot of that time moving between places, and it's easy to access, right? I mean, there's not really any limitations on where you can go with those things. And it's just nice to be able to sneak into those areas, get set up the way that you need to, and be able to cover that ground in a quick hurry.
We're finally in the Killing Tree. I didn't name it that. This is a historic place. I actually just found out that I've played a video game that is based around this exact stand. And that's pretty dang cool. So this is where we're supposed to be this morning. If someone wouldn't have forgot their bow, this is where we would have been sitting first thing. But I'm feeling good about it. It's a good setup. 'Arrows are gonna fly tonight.
We had some does and fawns, a couple small bucks start showing up and they're pushing around, and I just love being that close to those animals, right? You're just watching them be wild, do their normal thing. They don't know you're there. You're just sitting there in the tree, letting deer be deer. And I just love watching them, right? There was a little fawn kind of playing around and messing around with this other smaller buck, and seeing how they live their normal lives to me is honestly the thing that I enjoy most about hunting, right? It's like putting myself in their environment without them knowing I'm there. Next thing you know, like the ghost that they are, all of a sudden he just appears out of the brush. And it didn't take very long to figure out he was going to be a shooter. And I had already ranged it. I knew it was right there in that 20-yard zone. And he steps out and he's kind of quartered at me. And I remember talking earlier of just being patient, right? These deer, they're just going to kind of mingle around, so don't try to rush a shot. And with him being quartered to me, I took my time. Tried not to get too excited so I could make a good shot. And right as he started to turn away and I went to draw, he didn't spook, he just never stopped. He just kept turning and walked straight away from us, walked out there about 55 or 60 yards and never got a shot at him. And I thought, this buck's not coming back. Like, he's just gonna feed his way out and he's gonna be gone.
Freaking close. I was just about to drop that. We'll get another jam. What? You'll come back.
15 more minutes goes by. Here he comes walking on back, and I'm like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen here. And he starts coming right back to where he had turned broadside before, and he comes right in there. He's about 25 yards this time, turns broadside, and he's just kind of slowly walking through this one shooting lane that I got, and I drew back. As soon as he took one step forward, I just let an arrow fly.
That one got my knee shaking. It looked like it smoked him. That's the first buck I've ever shot at with my bow. Oh my gosh. Oh, Gillentree. Gillentree scores again. Gillentree scores again. That's a good buck, dude. Good That's size. A cool buck. Got a little kicker on there. Gosh. That's a good buck. That's dang, that was good cool. Shot. Good shot. Good shot. I don't think he ran too far. It sounded like we could hear him. Sat up there for about 30 minutes. Gave him a little bit of time, but go check out where we shot him, see if we can get on a blood trail and find this thing. Sprayed all through there. Gosh, look at it shows up good on that white rock. first buck
That's awesome.
with a bow.
That's awesome.
Freaking sweet.
Turning out of there. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Deer.
Oh, there's my arrow.
Hanging by the fletching.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Look
a
at
buck.
that. Got him a little kicker on the side. Oh yeah, it's right there. Be careful with that. Gosh, that's cool. Got that little kicker coming off there. Man, that's cool. That does not get old. There's just something special about being that close to him. I gotta say thank you. This has been such an awesome trip. Amazing people, amazing, part of this country. And thank you for letting me get on my first archery whitetail. It will not be the last. I'm addicted, and I hope that I get to come back down here someday, because it's just a really cool part of the world. It's a different experience that I don't get to experience in my daily life.
Congratulations, Brandon. This is an impressive Texas whitetail with an awesome story you can tell back home and when you're on the road competing in bass fishing tournaments across the nation.